How's it going, everybody? This is James here, back for another episode of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In the last episode, we arrived here to the Forsaken Fortress, and in this episode, we're gonna try to see if we can save Eril. I almost said erase. Your sword landed all the way up there? Shoot, I'm sorry. I guess my aim was a little bit off. That look on your face, priceless. I slipped a stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I can see that what you're doing, and obviously you can hear me through it. So press A when you see that A button. So just explaining that she's gonna give us little hints here and there. So just a nice little tip there. See these barrels here? We can hide with them because unfortunately this is going to be a stealthy part of the game because we don't have our sword. So see these searchlights, you just go ahead and sit still and they won't spot you. Go ahead and make our way up these steps and stop and continue on. So drop the barrel so we go faster. And what we got to do is turn off all these searchlights, and so let's go ahead and try to get this one right now since there's a ladder already right here. Okay. Blah blah blah. I can explain this for you. So she's explaining that there's a monster up in the searchlight, and unfortunately since we don't have a weapon, they're introducing this new mechanic of we can pick up enemies' weapons in the game. So be useful for whenever you need to use an enemy weapon instead of your own, like in our case without having one. So let's pick up this, target the guy and throw it, and kind of missed him there but still shook him nonetheless. So right now we gotta pick up a weapon real quick and oh, hit us. Oof, hit hard in hero mode. Now let's go ahead and beat him up. Flipping it. What's up? That's one thing to be careful about in hero mode is your hearts you don't find recovery hearts on the grass or anything like that super easily, so you have to rely on potions or heart containers to restore your health, which can be a little worrisome, but as long as you're okay and careful, you'd be fine. But I like the challenge, so haha. A minor little setback there. So since that one's off, we can either go that way or this way. I recommend probably going... Let's see there. Probably head this way. Let me check the map there just occasionally, because sometimes I do get a little lost here, even though it's a circular place. But you see there's a rope here. You can do a little swing jump that Nico's been teaching us and open up this chest and pick up a key item. And we got the dungeon map, which would be very useful, especially if you're playing on the Wii U version. You can have the gamepad act as your map, or if you're playing with the Pro Controller, it's still fine. You can press pause and do that here, so which is useful. Here, don't go up here yet. Go there a little later. But here, I recommend you jump down to the bottom, and you see there's a lock cell here. So if you open up move this barrel here, you'll see a switch that'll unlock it. And there's a chest in this area that I highly recommend you come get. Now we got the piece of heart, our very first one. So that's useful. So collect 4 of them to raise our health, and now we're back to full health. Very useful. And it can be quite annoying heading back up to the first floor, or second floor rather. So now I recommend, as weird as it sounds, to go ahead and get yourself caught. And what that does is throw us back into the cell, which was on the second floor that we just saw. So now all we need to do is just get up here, jump up here, move that. More money, of course. Haha. And just crawl through here. I like putting it in first person so that way we can see where we're going. And now we're out. It's very convenient that they dug this hole for us. And what we can do is jump to here, come back out. I would like to go ahead and go back just a little bit and see what was in the other door to see if we can find another chest, because there are 2 key items for every dungeon in this game. One of them will be the map and the other is a compass. And what the map and compass do is basically just show you exactly where you are in the dungeons, and it's right here in this chest. And we got the compass. Now you can see where things are hidden in the dungeon map. So as you can see on the map, probably not gonna see it. Yeah, right there. The little square is where a location of a treasure chest is. So that's always nice. Oh wait, sorry. I don't know why I left. Go back into that door actually. And go ahead and come this way. Jump on that rope. More rope swinging. I recommend coming down this path rather than running around all the other way, because it is... my personal opinion, I think it's a little bit easier coming this way. Let me see. Missing one searchlight. So if we come up here, if I can grab on the ladder, and we found another searchlight, which is very useful to go ahead and turn that off. There's the jar. Come here, you bokoblin. Man, it's so hard to hit him. Run a little closer. So swing. Weird thing is the controls on this is not like your sword, so just be careful your first time grabbing these. So mistake it like I do. Accidentally press B like your sword and throw it. So with that out of the way, let's see what other searchlight we can get. Should be that one over there. Wait, okay, yeah, so he's hitting that one, so we need to go ahead and see if we can go grab that one out of and turn that one off. So let's go this way, actually. And there's a ladder there. Let's see if we can do this little shortcut here that I'm thinking about. Hopefully we can and not waste time. So jump on here. Ah, the invisible wall. Perfect. What a waste of time. So, if you'll excuse me, guys, I will... Oh, no, never mind. I'll just go ahead and keep it here. We want to go ahead and go through here in this door. And there's a ladder here. Perfect. Just for the last searchlight here. Perfect. And the jar's right here. Now let's not fail in hitting this guy. Perfect. Finally. And the cool thing is you can also do a spin attack while doing this. It's kind of weird. You gotta... There you go. Have to hit him with a little extra damage. Alrighty. Now we have all the searchlights out. And let's go ahead and go back to that path that I recommended you come to, which was over here, this door. Okay. Jump through here, jump there. Just run straight across there because the other 2 entrances are just little ledges you can look through. And another rope. And the whole point we're trying to get to is to see if we can find the room at the bottom of the tower, so that way we can start climbing that tower. And here I recommend you push that little crate if the cutscene will let me. So we're right under the tower. So that way you can push that out of the way, and what that does is it creates a shortcut. Just for whenever, for whatever reason you need to come back down and come back up here, so I recommend doing that. And let's go ahead and climb right back up. Alrighty. And the reason why I said to take that path was because here at this end, you see how there's two of them? If you were to come through this entrance, all you would have to do is deal with one instead of the two going all the way from that entrance. So, highly recommend you come through here. Now we just grab our barrel and just run over here. And those are moblins, very, very tough enemies right now for us. So just try to avoid them as soon as possible. Don't want to get caught by them. And the only annoying thing about being in those barrels are those rats too. So, because if you're in those barrels and the rats see you, they will knock you out and expose you, and you could potentially be caught. So, wouldn't be fun. And we need one last area here, so let's go ahead and get our barrel. Yeah, stealth missions are kind of, and action games are very slow, so sorry about the very long scenes here. Let's go ahead and let him pass by, so that way we don't get caught and have to do all of this all over again. So let's go ahead and go. And we can drop out of the barrel now. A little bit faster. And here we are at this side of the wall. All we need to do is sit across it and then just go ahead and slowly go across. It was also another mechanic that Wind Waker had brought to the series, which is pretty interesting. I wish they would figure out more things to do with this, but it's pretty cool. And if we haven't turned off that searchlight, this would be impossible to cross by, and we would be caught and thrown in jail again. So highly recommended that you try to turn off at least that one for sure. Finally across. Come up here and we found our sword, guys. And it's gonna be our very first mini boss. And got our sword back. The green bokoblin, a little bit stronger. They have a big sword and a shield, so it shouldn't be too bad to deal with. So go ahead and do that. They drop everything, make a little, and just like that, finished. Probably didn't get to hear it for too long, but I really love the mini boss music in this game. Really, like 10 out of 10 for that one. So, good job, Nintendo. See what's in here. And there they are. All the missing girls that the mailman was talking about too. Didn't think it'd be that easy. R.I.P. Link. Wake up, Link. Pull yourself together, Link. Seems to be no one. Well, have you come to your senses yet? You are surprisingly dull-witted. And a talking boat. Did I startle you? I suppose this is only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon whom can speak the word of men. I am the king of red lions. Do not fear. I am not your enemy. Link. I've been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. But such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands the monstrous bird. His name is Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness, and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? And will you do anything to save her? I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after toil and hardship. Do you understand? In that case, we depart, to the Great Sea. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you as far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, you surely can find one who will sell you a sail. I am sorry to ask you this, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. And the information they provide you may come in handy during your endeavors at sea, so listen carefully to their words and heed them well. But remember, this is no playtime. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. Well, now we made it to Windfall Island, which is a very beautiful place in my opinion, which would be a very nice island to come visit for the first time. So we're gonna go ahead and explore this in the very next episode, guys. So the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, we're gonna go ahead and explore Windfall Island and hopefully gather a sail, so that way we can go see what we can do outside of the Great Sea. And so if you guys like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more content. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.